city of Glendale, and a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. Up next, it's our main event between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Here's Thomas on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. All the way across midfield before he's brought down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. He'll call his own number. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's out of bounds at the opposing 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Took the ball himself for a big run.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. This time it's a passing play. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Defense hasn't really found its backbone yet, but maybe just a little sliver of light between the clouds here as they bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, you're not going to likely keep points off the board, but if you can come through with one more stop and limit it to a field goal, yeah, that's at least something to build from.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th and long. Field goal attempts coming now from Younghoe Koo. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Cardinal out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play.
What a season this guy's had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Here's the long back on the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Working now from the gun. His first throw is an interception. Jeff Jones has got it. And he's going to take this one back, and he's in for the pick 6 for Arizona. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talked about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. First to that football, they make the recovery and keep possession. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble they just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed, and you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. Pass play coming here. It's a big strike downfield to Samuel. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Setting up to throw. Dumped off to his running back. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
And that's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Oh, and they're going to have... The ball's out, he lost it. And this one's recovered by the Cardinals.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, then they're going to give you a shot at it. Punch that ball loose. and get a body on it for the recovery.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. And it's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
3rd and just 2 to go. Staying on the ground. Massive hits. The ball's out. And the Steelers get to it. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
Hey, I get it, Kate.
While the new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Starts his return from the 23. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
The Steelers keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt one play later. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game.
Steelers 7.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Here's Thomas on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who've got to have short memory. So you tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Throwing now off the play action. Pass taken in by the rookie out of Ole Miss. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. That's the end of our opening quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They start out 2nd and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Third and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down to almost... Nope. They're actually going to give him the 30 here. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. Running back still doing it to this day.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. It's caught by Harrison. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Left side into the hands of McBride. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something that'll go get that first down. They couldn't do it right there.
This option play now on 2nd down. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And the defender's there to knock this away, and that effort means it's 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Koo able to put it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Hockey isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push them back for 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Catch made by Austin. And he's going to be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. They're throwing it. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Collects this at the 32. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. First and 10 coming up. He gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Looks like we have somebody worse for wear after the play, and that's Isaiah Pacheco, who's in some pain. They're looking at him now. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Off the play fake. He'll throw. Connects on the crosser. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
5 DBs out there for the Steelers. Third down. Now trying to run for it with Benson. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Chased out to his right. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Has him on the crossing route. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the Steelers' 35-yard line.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. He'll look to throw. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow their lead just before halftime. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals bump the lead up to 13 points.
Steelers 7.
Koo all lined up and ready to put this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10. They'll come out throwing. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But I believe a Steeler was first to that football. They make the recovery and keep possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
So they keep the football, but now they face second and long. Pass play now. Finds the in route complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Third down from the gun. And he put everything he's got behind it. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Second down, looking for options. Short pass brought in. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Pass play on first and 10. Pass caught by Jack Besh. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Throwing it again here. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's second and 10. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Here he goes, third and long. Here's a screen to Benson. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Another try from the 25. It's second and 10. From the gun, Johnson. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
The 23-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This one from an even 40 yards out. Koo able to put it through. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
It'll be a little armchair quarterback after that call. Like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's Thomas on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. To the air on 3rd and long. Right side, cut by Davis. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold.
On the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for them from the 31. They go play action on 1st down. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
He's going deep! And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down. The Steelers set to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Continuing to move past the 45. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
At the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain, turning it into an explosive play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a 16-point ball game. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Cardinals take a 3-possession lead.
The score, Cardinals 30, Steelers 13.
Koo all lined up and ready to put this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Quick slant to Samuel. And this is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Setting him on the dive. A lot of space ahead. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
One after try is good by lots. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10.
Steelers 20.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He'll take this at the 10. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. They go counter. It's Johnson. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Here's Johnson again. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Benson on 1st and 10. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Harrison. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a 16-point ball game. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Cardinals take a 3-possession lead.
Steelers 20.
Koo all lined up and ready to put this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He goes to the hurry up here. Throwing off the play fake. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try to throw for it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They'll begin this drive with Benson. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. Here he goes again! And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals make it a 24-point ball game.
Steelers 20.
Koo all lined up and ready to put this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Thrown back, it's the handoff. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Working quickly here.
First down. A gain of 12. First down.
To throw here on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
Works the sideline inside the 35, and he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It'll be the Steelers with possession, but this game pretty one-sided at this point. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Tried to connect, but it lines up incomplete. That was intended for Deebo Samuel, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Breaks the tackle, and he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Another carry for him. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well...
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive that would get your job done.
Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
Steelers 26.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Here's Thomas on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Into Johnson to start this drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Dropping back to throw. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. They come crashing down on that receiver screen, and they take him down behind the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Options aplenty out wide. 5 receiver set here on 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. He's at the 30. The 10. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals put up even more points in a win. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Two all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. Rolling into enemy territory. Now he's past the 25. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers putting up points in a game decided. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers. And what a big-time effort.
Steelers 33.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Braun starts with an option, right side. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
So 1st down from the 41. Benson now from the gun. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They're going to try and throw it here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. And it's 3rd down now. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Now he starts from the 6. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw here. That's to his back. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. And the Cardinals pick it up. And Arizona takes it back for a touchdown. The Cardinals keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it. Yep. Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
That one splits the uprights, and the Cardinals grow their lead yet again. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Now come out throwing. That's DK on the slant. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Working quickly here.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
Throwing now on 1st down. Just like the last play, Metcalf has it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 7-yard pickup brings up
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 43. They are throwing it again. Going deep here for the end zone. Somebody there, and he knocks it away. Couldn't connect for it all on that 1st down. So back to the drawing board they go for 2nd. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Offense in the hurry up here.
At the 46-yard line.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to number 39. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Steelers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Connects on the crosser. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! More momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Here's the lone back on the handoff.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to the well again. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
Carry for the running back. Brian Brzee on the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. That heater is going to fall to the turf. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. This is hauled in by Samuel. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
12 yards. That's good for the Steelers. First down.
On 1st down, they'll run. And some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
So many offenses will script Kate the first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser use stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Zay Frazier has it. And forget the turnover, Gronk. They take it back for a late touchdown. I don't know about you, Gronk, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the